people. You are touching lives of so many people without even realizing that. That is the beauty of it. But another
Absolutely.
thing that I wanted to ask you, Kumudini, that you're also an art educator. Yeah. And I want to know, what does an art educator do?
So, as such, if I go by the literal meaning, art educator is anyone who teaches art, right? And this art can be anything. Everyone has their own, genre to work on. Some teach painting, some teach acrylic painting, some would go for gouache, someone would go for sketching, someone would go for lettering or calligraphy for that matter. I teach creative journaling. So, creative journaling, as I simply put, is adding some kind of creativity to your journals. But there are different forms of journaling. Creative journaling per se, that is art journaling, junk journaling, bullet journaling, travel journaling. So it's more like, once you know the techniques, you are able to put better things out on the paper. As such, I never, tell my students, whatever you're doing is good or bad. It's just that when you're making something that you personally like, you just feel like making more of it. So I teach them those, tips and tricks that will help them make their journals look better, that will help them, easily make something. Because a lot of people, what they do is they start creative journaling and then they get overwhelmed, keep what's in your eye, and then they leave it halfway through. But once you have the tools, once you know how to get started, how to make your journals look better, you feel motivated to just keep going. So that's what I facilitate, that's what I teach people.
I think it's a beautiful art, and I think many more people should learn, especially at schools, especially when children need to express. आजकल कई बार बच्चे भी अंदर जो होता है वो बाहर निकालना नहीं जानते. I think it's a great thing that we are also tech savvy, and there's so much happening around the world. But I think this art of journaling takes you back to, as you said earlier, it takes us to back to diary writing, which people have forgotten completely about.
Plus, more than just diary writing, what I always focus on is finding yourself and reflecting on what you are doing. Like in the clubs, we take up questions like, how do you cultivate confidence? What are some certain negative beliefs that you hold about yourself? And how do you, work on them? How do you convert them into positive and then, move forward with it? And with kids, I mean, surprisingly, a lot of kids have gotten interested into creative journaling. So they always keep doing things. But I guess you're very right when you say kids need to be taught more to reflect, what they are, how they are, and who they are. Because once you make, they are the ones who are going to become humans, who are going to, be kind to people or not be kind to them. So, once you cultivate that kindness right from when they are just learning to grow, it's much, much, much better. Plus, I mean, journaling helps you in that way. It helps you, do that gratitude journaling. It helps you with affirmations. It helps you, make a plan of things. So yeah, it's a good way to start.